Hey everyone, welcome to Musicals, Movies, and Theater Mania, where I discuss everything theater and film. Welcome to my channel. So recently, Disney Plus came out with information that they would be coming out with Hamilton, the musical, on film. Now, this is a great idea and concept, but there's actually a lot of problems involved in actually doing this. And I feel like we should really discuss them for the sake of the theater industry. Let's get started. So one major problem that can happen with putting Hamilton on Disney Plus is the fact that musicals will then become more of a film aspect, and that in the long run there may actually be more musicals filmed than actual stage productions. Now, this causes a lot of problems for actors and people who run stage productions. There are many people involved in putting on an actual stage performance, many people behind the scenes and on the stage, all the actors and different people. But if we start putting it all onto film, then once that show is filmed, then there's not going to be as much interest to see it performed or on a stage. And I feel like this is something very important because we can really lose a lot of jobs and a lot of availability for actors to really express themselves and start a career in theater. And there's already enough struggle enough in getting a job in the theater industry, but this will really just create a lot more problems in the long run. In my opinion, having the performances filmed takes away an art aspect of these performances. Most shows, whenever they're put together, there's a director who typically has an artistic vision for the show. So if there's a Broadway performance that has the original vision, most people are not going to be very open to other visions of the show, but that's the whole point of theater. Whenever you go to a show and there's a director who has a different artistic vision than maybe the original idea, this creates a whole new feeling for the show. Now, we're familiar with this with some basic shows and movie adaptations. You'll see, for example, you'll see one version of a movie, and then 10 years later they'll come out with another version of it. Like a good example of this would be like Pride and Prejudice. There's several movies that came out over different periods of time, and you really get a different taste of it every time. Now, you might then be saying, then we should film different versions of, like Hamilton in this case. But since it's a stage performance and it's meant for the stage, it kind of takes away the whole aspect of it. It's similar to how like a musical, like the Disney movies were turned into stage productions. Now, I'm not saying this is necessarily a problem, but they're different. If you've ever seen the musical for Beauty and the Beast and the movie Beauty and the Beast, then they're quite different. They have the same plot line, but you get a different feel for it. And it really takes away the artistic creativity that can come about through the stage performances by putting all of these stage performances onto films. When you're filming something, it's quite different than putting it on for an actual show. Because for film, you require camera and like boom microphones, and you require a whole different amount of equipment, and it really changes the whole theater industry. Because in theater industry, we have other jobs like stage managers, directors, producers. We have the run crew. We have all these different crew people, and they will then become out of jobs if this all moves to film. So I really don't think it'll be a smart idea in the long run. Now, I understand that there is an advantage to having the musicals and stuff go onto a film. It's because it'll save money for a lot of people who can't afford to go see these shows. I understand this completely because it's often hard to get out to like a larger production, like say go to New York City. It's hard to like take the time and effort to actually go out there and go see a show, and it's very expensive, and a lot of people know this. So it does create an opportunity for those who do not have enough money to actually go see the performances. But I believe in the long run, it'll still take away from the large theatrical performance and the theatrical industry in general. So overall, I think that it's actually not very wise for Disney Plus or Disney to start this whole trend of having musicals on like film. It's not going to be a smart idea in the long run because of it'll take away from the theatrical industry in general, and I don't think the theatrical industry will really be the same after this happens. And it's very important that we really look toward the future of like our creative arts, Otherwise, we're really gonna lose out on a lot of beauty and artistic creativity and performers. There's many actors out there who are striving to get to Broadway or to get into like the mainstream line, but they're not going to be able to do this if everything just ends up being filmed with the original Broadway cast. Alright, everyone, thank you for listening so much, and thank you for watching. If you have any thoughts or comments, or if you disagree, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you like it, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll have another video posted next week. Thank you!